WWE accused of major hypocrisy with Liv Morgan's absence. Wrestling veteran shoots on creative team Exclusive.Dear loves. Welcome to WWE Family Show. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo criticized the company's hypocrisy with Liv Morgan. The star is currently out of action with an injury. The Judgment Day member has been one of the biggest stars in the company over the last 2 years. She picked up an injury during a match with Kairi Sane on the June 16th episode of Raw. She was unable to compete, and Sane was declared the winner by the referee's decision. This week on Legion of Raw, Russo noted that Xavier Woods was also injured but was being utilized in a non-wrestling capacity by the creative team. The former tag team champion was at ringside with Grayson Waller for Kofi Kingston's match against Penta. The veteran writer questioned why WWE couldn't use a major star like Liv in a similar role. He felt Morgan was a more central character, and it would do her good to get some TV time. Despite the injury. In Liv Morgan's absence, the Judgment Day has managed to maintain its dominance on the roster. However, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez lost the Women's Tag Team Championship at SummerSlam. It will be interesting to see how Liv Morgan reacts to the loss when she returns to the WWE. Liv Morgan is arguably one of the best female wrestlers on WWE's roster currently. Not only is she good in the ring, but she is also great on the mic and is extremely popular among fans. She was headed for a huge summer this year, with SummerSlam even taking place in her home state. However, an untimely injury disrupted all those plans. Morgan injured her shoulder in a match against Kairi Sane on an episode of WWE Raw in the middle of June and hasn't been seen since. Ex-WWE employee Vince Russo recently said that the former Women's World Champion could return to the promotion in a completely different role. On Legion of Raw on Sportskeeda WrestleBinge, Russo spoke about how Morgan could be the general manager of WWE Raw in place of Adam Pearce. Scrap Iron has been getting frustrated with managing the Red brand of late, given the number of brawls breaking out every week. Pearce could ask Morgan to take over, according to Russo. Morgan was in the middle of a storyline with Dominic Mysterio and Roxanne Perez in the Judgment Day before she was injured. It seemed like the group was about to implode following Perez's arrival, as it created unrest among Liv, Dominic, and Raquel Rodriguez. However, we didn't get to see the complete story play out before Liv's injury. Dominic Mysterio was carried away from the ring by a female WWE star in the absence of Liv Morgan. The star also sent a message, not to be jealous. Liv Morgan is currently out of action after suffering a freak injury during a match with Kairi Sane, where she badly landed on her arm and dislocated her shoulder. Her injury has caused her to miss potentially 6 to 8 months of action, of which several months have already passed. This has left Raquel Rodriguez without a partner. Now, it remains to be seen whether the star returns by the end of the year or if she is still out by the time the Royal Rumble comes around. She may also come back with a new look. In the absence of Morgan, the Judgment Day has changed quite a bit, with Finn Balor adding Roxanne Perez to the group. Meanwhile, Dominic Mysterio is the Intercontinental Champion and is one of the top stars in the promotion. Even if he is competing with injuries, he stood out from the crowd. There have been signs that Mysterio and Perez are in an on-screen relationship, or at least there's tension between the two. In the absence of Morgan. Now, at Newcastle, Dominic Mysterio was carried out of the ring and arena by another female WWE star, Raquel Rodriguez. Rodriguez often played second fiddle to Morgan when the star was present, but has really come into her own recently. She decided she was going to carry Mysterio out of the arena, much to his surprise. She then sent a message after reposting the video, asking everyone not to be jealous. Could that be a message to Liv Morgan as well? That remains to be seen. Multiple time. WWE champion Liv Morgan is currently away from in-ring action due to a shoulder injury she sustained earlier this summer, and her extended absence has continued to raise questions about the inner dynamics of the Judgment Day, the curious case of Roxanne Perez, and Morgan's on-screen relationship with WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio. Dom's reputation as a lover boy led many to speculate that he might soon begin a romantic relationship with Roxanne Perez, following her initial introduction and eventually an official induction to the Judgment Day, all at the instigation of Finn Balor. After all, something similar had happened last year, with Morgan on the other side of the equation when Rhea Ripley had gotten injured. However, regardless of what the original plans regarding the story involving Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, and Finn Balor may have been, Morgan's injury seems to have ensured that she will return as a babyface, with a wildly popular Dominic Mysterio turning face alongside her as well. While Morgan has not been on TV for months, subtle tributes from Dominic's end on TV, as well as social media activity, indicate that their kayfabe romance is still very much alive. At AAA Triple Mania, where Mysterio challenged for the AAA Mega Championship in the main event, his ring gear had a beautiful ode to Liv Morgan, as it featured the former Women's World Champion, depicted in the style of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, a traditional Catholic iconography that symbolizes devotion, purity, and reverence. By using this imagery, the portrait on Dom's ring gear served as a striking tribute to Morgan, elevating her presence through a gesture rooted in respect and veneration.